Hi, I'm Terry from Skibbereen Heritage Centre, and this is my colleague Philip, and we're here at Abbeymahon graveyard in Skibbereen town in West Cork. This is the final resting place for many interesting people, including several heroes of the Great Famine and the editor of the Skibbereen Eagle, who became famous for keeping his eye on Russia.
Stepping in that gate is like stepping back.
We thought we would bring some of their stories to you on a short tour of this peaceful site. Just inside the gate is the imposing tomb of Frederick Peel Eldon Potter, the proprietor of the Skibbereen Eagle newspaper, still remembered today for keeping his eye on Russia. An extract from Potter's editorial on the 5th of September 1898 proclaims that the Eagle will still keep its eye on the Emperor of Russia and all such despotic enemies. Fred was an extraordinary character and was an expert in propaganda publicity, which gained him this notoriety. He was also an entrepreneur and was involved in several other businesses in Cork City and Skibbereen. He opened the Eldon Hotel in Bridge Street, Skibbereen in 1885, named in honour of his son Eldon. The quiet northwest corner of this graveyard is the final resting place of JJ Marshal. Marshal served as a poor law inspector in Skibbereen during Ireland's Great Famine. This was a time when the Skibbereen Union lost 1 in 3 of its people to starvation, disease and emigration. Marshal was responsible for setting up soup kitchens in this area in the spring and summer of 1847, and his efficiency in carrying out this task saved countless lives. Marshal also created a record of deaths and emigration in 6 parishes around Skibbereen, covering late 1846 and part of 1847. This report is the only record of its kind to be compiled during the Great Hunger and clearly shows the awful effects of the famine in this area in stark statistical terms. Like many others of those engaged in relief works in this area, Marshal contracted the fever and died of cholera in January 1849. Another person very active in famine relief is laid to rest in the southeast corner of this graveyard. Dr. David Hadden was the dispensary doctor in Castletownshend during the famine, and like the other dispensary doctors in this area, risked his life daily to help the people of this locality during that terrible time. His work on behalf of the people of this area is commemorated by a plaque in Abbeystrewry Church. Dr. Hadden also contracted famine fever, but fortunately he recovered from it. The tomb of a hero from an earlier famine in Skibbereen, Dr. St John Clerke, is also here in Abbeymahon. Clarke was a medical officer in Skibbereen in the early 1800s and was very active in relief efforts during the 1822 famine in this area. His granddaughters were famous scientific writers and authors, and one of them, the astronomer Agnes Mary Clerke, has a moon crater named in her honour. This is the tomb of Robert Swanton, a United Irishman who fled Ireland around the time of the 1798 rebellion, supposedly smuggled in a butter barrel to an awaiting ship that took him into exile. He settled in New York, where he became a judge. Many of the families buried in this graveyard were prominent in the commercial and public life of Skibbereen, and some streets and quays in the town are named in their honour. We can't introduce you to all of the individuals buried here, but hopefully you can visit this graveyard in person someday and explore it for yourself with the help of a sign we put up some years ago with the support of Cork County Council. Meanwhile, You can also visit it virtually by going to the graveyards page of our website and scrolling through the survey done some years ago by local historian William Casey. And we'll finish this tour with just a few more headstones in this beautiful graveyard.